Bklyn Shay is in the building.
What up, man? What up, what up, what up? Oh, my. How you doing?
I'm good.
I feel like I'm being blocked over here by your big old,
My laptop's
laptop.
in the way. I'll move it over.
Yeah, I can't see you.
You can't see my handsome face?
I can't see y'all. Want to make sure that I don't cut nothing off now. All right. There we go. Now I feel connected. Now I feel connected. You still in your shot? You good?
Yeah, I'm in the shot.
Okay. Now I feel good. This is what we working with. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, we back in effect with Dear Love and Lust. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, we are.
What you got to say about this episode number 4?
Oh, I didn't even put it on the sheet. Mm-mm. But this episode is looking for love.
Oh, aren't we all?
Yes, we all.
Or are we either looking for it in the wrong places?
Most of us are.
Most of us are. So I'm going to write that on here. Looking for love. All right. So you going to do the disclaimer?
Yes.
Tell them what it is.
The Dear Love and Loves podcast is a fun entertainment. I said entertainment.
We know what you meant.
Entertaining advice, commentary, production on love, sex, and relationships issues. It is in the same lane as Dear Abby column. The ones that be in the newspapers.
Right.
Us, the hosts, we're speaking from our personal perspectives based on our experience and understanding. We're not experts. We're not claiming to be.
Nope.
We're just two black folks that's been through some things.
Yes, sir. You said that right. That don't been do some still. So we here just trying to make it happen for you, right?
Bklyn Shay over there shares the female perspective, woman perspective.
Hola.
And myself, Maine Event, I share the man perspective.
Okay.
All right. What's the first question we got today?
We diving into this, right? Let's just go.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's just go.
Okay. So I'm a 38-year-old single woman. My question is, do you really find your soulmate or do you end up just settling? Miss Clock is ticking. She's 38 and want to know, because you're single, do you think you really find your soulmate?
I was in a relationship and a while ago in that relationship, I was sent an article by this person.
Okay.
And it basically describes, I think it was 2 or 3 different types of loves. Okay. Soulmate is one.
Right.
Life partner is the other.
Okay.
I think it was just those 2. Okay. Your soulmate and your life partner. Mm-hmm. Your soulmate, you may not actually end up marrying. Right. Ever. It's not impossible, but you might not ever end up marrying that person. Mm-hmm. Your life partner is the one you end up marrying.
Really? Mm-hmm.
The life partner ends up having to do, it's a decision based on a number of factors.
I love factual stuff, so I gotta look this up real quick. Why are we doing this? That's so good. We just gonna focus on what we got going on.
Actually, yeah. Google soulmate versus life partner. It should come up.
Let's see. It would help if I actually was Googling it right.
Yeah, that would help.
That would help. So just understand that. Okay, soulmate versus. Come on, all my notifications want to come through right now. Like, come on, stop it. It said BS.
What's BS?
I don't know. It just showed up BS. Oh. All right. Let's see what they got to say on Google. All right. This is based off the law of attraction. You ready for this?
Go ahead.
Okay. It says the difference. Here we go. A life partner is someone trustworthy and dependable with whom you spend significant time. while a soulmate is a person who arrives in your life specifically to enrich it, encourage your development, and push you to grow in a higher state of consciousness. Both are incredibly important. So I do agree with that. That's why I was like, let me Google it, because I'm very spiritual. So I'm on the cuff of the soulmates with the life partners and the twin flame. Okay, so twin flames, that's a whole another. That person is definitely meant to teach you a lesson so that you can grow.
What's twin flames?
Twin flames is like more like something that borderlines toxic. Okay, where you can have like energetically, exactly, very passionate, but it's the person that's meant to really teach you something so that you grow yourself. So think about any of your past relationships, someone who was like, the passion was there, the energy was there, the vibe was there, everything, just was on point. But y'all were so toxic to each other with the argumentative stuff, or y'all just couldn't get on the same page or whatever, or they cheated on you and made you realize, wait a minute. Personal. No, I've had my personal. I'm not talking about nobody. I've had my stuff. Okay. However, this particular one, I'm just saying that most of the times your twin flames are just meant to teach you a lesson so you grow and develop into the person that you're meant to be. Okay. It's not necessarily something bad. Okay. Gotcha. So that's where I'm at with that. But what this difference with this soul, mate, and the life partner stuff, getting back to Miss Clock is ticking. Let's get with it. Pretty much. Just going in terms of what you're trying to say, like, do you just end up settling? I don't think you end up settling only if you choose to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came to the point in my adult life where I'm like, I'm holding out for my husband and I'm not going to settle for less than that. And if it happens to be my soulmate that I vibe with and we end up, being together, that's great. But ultimately, I'm just looking for somebody with consistency. Lord, is it that hard? Is it that hard? That's going to be my next question. Is it that hard to be consistent? Lord, tell it. So, I would say, just like what I just finished saying, right? That, just don't settle. Don't settle. I know your clock is ticking and you feel that way. I mean, you're 38. I'm 40, almost 43. And, I don't feel like, the clock is running out on me.
Well, I think the difference between you and Miss Clock is Ticking is you were previously married. I don't think she's been married.
Yeah.
I don't think she's been in that relationship that has made her feel.
You will know, though. Don't you feel like you know? Like you know when the person is the one? You know what I mean?
There is a level of knowing, but having also been in a previous marriage and feeling like, yes, that was the one, and it turns out that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
you get a little antsy. You're a little anxious about whether to say, yes, that's the one or not.
True. I'm gonna say I'll piggyback on that. I would absolutely agree with that, because sometimes it could be staring you right in the face and you're just like, nope, that ain't it. Maybe not.
What I've learned to do is not label it, just enjoy it. If you can enjoy it while it's happening, then it's not the person's fault, it's yours.
True.
So I just do my best to keep my energy positive and vibe with them, and hopefully they vibe back.
Hopefully they do. But okay, so let's say she is 38, single, never have been married, all this other type of stuff, because we don't get none of that information. However, if it is so that you have not been married, and the question you're really trying to find out is about your soulmate, and if you can, just take your time. I still say take your time. Don't rush into anything, because people get so caught up with the idea of marriage now, especially because they want to have go viral on social media and all this other type of stuff, that is just the thing to do because it's a fad. But like we both know, marriage is real. Okay.
Yeah, it's work.
It is work. And
not, when I say work, too many people go around and make it seem like it's hard.
No.
Tedious.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. It really is.
The work comes into play when you're dealing with different personalities,
right,
and different perspectives. The work comes in where you got to be like, all right, this is my perspective, but I have to acknowledge the other person's perspective on the same level that I acknowledge my own and want them to acknowledge my own.
Truly.
And that's where the work comes in, because most people are selfish, human by nature.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to say, you know, all right, maybe I should think otherwise. Maybe I should listen more to the other person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even with this question of settling, what are you settling?
Right.
Are you missing out on something because you're not getting something that you want, so you feel like you're settling to be with this person just so you won't be single?
Right. And I mean,
or
this piece is missing.
Are you settling because you want something that's more of a preference as opposed to a need? See, people confuse preferences and needs a lot. Like,
right. You know what is happening right now? We got so quick to get into this podcast because, number one, I was late today, right? Because I missed the memo via my phone, got caught up in cleaning up on, doing our Sunday thing, right? We normally have the lights out, man. We normally have that spotlight on. We normally,
if you look at the lighting,
you like this better?
Yes,
this is way better. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be in the light now. Welcome to the light, Caroline. Welcome to the light, Caroline.
It still looks nice.
Welcome to the light. Okay, all right, because I'm vibe with the ambiance type stuff. So if it's all good, if you say it's good, I trust the process.
You want to turn the
lights
off?
No, I trust the process. I trust the process. I trust the process. I'm here for it. But did we answer her question? You think we answered it?
Sort of. What I will say to Miss Clock is ticking is that your soulmate is not somebody you find. Your soulmate is somebody
y'all just find each other.
Meet.
It's just
Your life partner is somebody you decide that you're gonna have.
Right.
So settling is it's just a
point of view.
Yeah.
It is a point of view.
Literally what you
like.
If you're not gonna be happy, that's not the settling you want to do. Right. But most people in this day and society tend to do that.
Yeah, they do. And listen, I've been there. I've had my share of processes. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And I'm over that. Thank God that chapter has closed. All right. You up next.
I'm up next.
You up next.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you get a woman's attention without being called thirsty? Mr. Shoot My Shot.
Woo! Just be yourself. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, at least for me, it's so simple. You just be yourself and just really just go for it. The most important I could tell you, you got the nerve to be simple. The most a person could tell you is no. Like, not today. I'm not going there, And we, man, I can't stand you. But we all have been there, okay? And I've taken my shot with people at times. I have. And I've thought I was like, it's cool, I'm feeling you, you feeling me. Let's go and do it.
A woman missing her shot is completely different than a man missing
his shot. Listen, I don't think any man looks thirsty when they approach someone and they are being assertive and they're going after what they want. We had this conversation.
Well, what makes a man thirsty to you?
Thirsty is when you are truly using sexual connotation to tell me that you want to spend time with me. That makes you look thirsty, okay? Not someone who's genuinely saying, hey, how are you doing today? I've been checking you out. I just would like to take you to dinner. Is that possible? That's shooting your shot in a way of saying, I would like to get to know you better. But someone who sits up there and like, oh my goodness, I've been watching you, your body, your this, your that. Everything is physical, physical. You're thirsty, okay? And if you consistently just keep on talking about somebody's assets versus their intellectual, thing that they got going on, I'm moved by that in a very negative way. And I just
now I completely agree with you, but there are some other women that feel as if somebody in their DM or inbox somebody texting them or somebody approaching them is thirst.
Oh my goodness. That's immaturity, okay? Grow the hell up, okay? Because someone DM you, if they don't have your number, of course that's the way they're going to get you in this day and age. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody...
I will say this, because of women like that, men, especially, even men like myself, we're not communicating in the same way, especially if we're not familiar with the woman,
right,
that we would normally do, because we don't want that label of thirsty.
So what do you say? What do you say when you're trying to, introduce yourself to a young lady or a woman that...
This is probably why I'm still saying I don't say much of anything. Unless I'm familiar, then, it's compliments. You let them know you're interested, but you don't push the issue because you don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. And in this day and age, it feels like, especially after Me Too, is Me Too still going on?
Still going on. It's still going on, yeah.
You feel, you can't say much of anything. You don't want to make anybody
feel uncomfortable. Understood.
You know what I mean?
Understood. But in this day and age, just as long as you know your rights and what your limitations are, especially if it's in a working environment or whatever, you find somebody that you feel is your soulmate, right? Or somebody that you really are vested in and you just love what they're about. Ask the damn question instead of just sitting around. Giving somebody a million compliments is great, but if you don't never ask them on a date, how is that something?
There's a dude, right? He sees a woman. He's enamored by her beauty.
Okay.
He is slightly familiar with her, but he's not.
Right.
They don't actually hang out much. They might see each other in passing. He wants to ask her out.
Right.
But then he doesn't want to ask her out because if she says no, he doesn't want her to feel like she can't be around him.
Oh my goodness. Again, we're going to go back to maturity, okay? Because I'm sorry, I'm just speaking for myself. Someone approaching me or asking me out or, taking their shot does not ever make me feel like, okay, if I say no, that I don't want to ever be around this person again. What it does is it set the tone that, all right, we moving in a different direction and maybe not right now. No does not mean never. Okay.
Don't say that.
It doesn't.
Don't say that.
It doesn't. It just means no, not right now. Okay. Because maybe the person just was like, involved with someone.
Because some men will take that literally. Because there are some no's that actually do mean never.
That might be so, but it's through interpretation and communication. You're going to find that out. So if you end up going out on a date finally with someone, right, and you didn't think you were really going to enjoy yourself, or maybe you didn't even have no thought process, but like Mr. Shoot Your Shot type of guy, he's like, all right, I don't want to look thirsty. So if you don't want to look thirsty, the thing that you're going to do is be a man and absolutely just approach the woman with some type of etiquette. All right. I don't know where the chivalry has gone off to the far, far left, but it still exists and women still want to be courted and wooed and all this other type of stuff, as do men should be. You know what I mean? As well. So that's just my take on it. I'm very mature and I'm open to communication. I love communication. So if somebody's coming at me in a condescending, nasty, I just want your ass type of way, you're gonna get exactly what you're asking for, which is the shutdown.
Okay, so all right, let me describe some non-sexual things and you tell me whether or not it's thirst.
Okay, go for it.
Somebody that you are sort of familiar with sends flowers to your job.
Not thirsty.
Okay. Somebody that you're sort of familiar with always pops up at the bank at the same time that you pop up at the bank.
Thirsty. Psychotic. Scary. Deranged. Dare I go on? Okay.
But why?
I'm sorry, but if you're just being a little bit clingy because that's what I'm gonna call clingy. There's something. There's no way in hell we meeting up at this spot at the same time every doggone. No, the devil is a lie. Absolutely not.
Maybe he lives next door.
Absolutely
and he sees
not.
You walk in and he just.
And I would go left. No, you're doing too much. That's what you say, team. Too much. Anything else?
Oh my gosh. You out with your friends, right?
Yep.
Y'all having a conversation loudly because you're out in public, you know, seated. You mentioned some of the things you like. One of those particular things you like suddenly shows up at your doorstep with a note saying, I was at the restaurant and I saw you and your friends.
I would admire that. You're a good listener. Take heed. You're a great listener. Okay. All right. Because it is the little things. It's the little things sometimes that mean the world. But all right. I hope we answered your question, Mr. Shoot Your Shot. Go for it. All right.
Be yourself.
Just be yourself.
At the end of the day, just
don't
be
be discouraged at all. Let me stop picking this paper up before I keep blocking the camera. All right. So here we go. My current girlfriend wants to have a conversation with my ex-girlfriend. Whoa.
Exactly.
To find out why we broke up. Lord. Whew, red flags all over this. Okay.
Finish the question.
Why does that matter? Although my ex and I are on good terms, the breakup was mutual. I just don't think it's a good idea. Now, my current girlfriend is accusing me of being scared as if I have something to hide. Mr. X to the next. I like that one. I'm gonna let you dive into this one. You did no. This gotta be
me. To know, just like you said, why does it matter?
Why does it matter? No, I'm with you on this one. Why does it matter, girl? Would you stop it and stop being so insecure? You don't need this female to validate your current situation. Whatever they had is what they had. Sometimes people break up. Like he's saying, it was a mutual situation. I truly believe leave the past in the past. There's no reason to revisit something because it does not resonate with you. It may be something. Man, listen, you diving into territories you just don't even want to go there. Sometimes you just don't want the answer to certain thing. And this is just, to me, a level of insecurity. That's just my thought process.
It is a lot of now, what I'm going to say is this. All right, Mr. X to the next.
Right.
The fact that she is that curious and you're almost willing and you're trying to figure out how to either avoid this or make it happen, that tells me that you actually really, really like this woman.
Vex.
She knows that. And the reason she knows that is because, yes, you're considering, you're making all these efforts. Some women, not all, some, maybe a few,
go for it,
like to test the man that they are with.
The games. I can't be
See,
with
I didn't
these
say
petty
it.
games.
Bklyn
It's
Shay
games.
said it.
It's games. It's like, come on. When did we get to a point where we're mature enough to just move past these type of things? Okay. And Mr. X, listen.
Here's the thing.
No.
She's seriously interested in you. She wants to know what to be prepared for. Or if she has nothing to worry about.
Well, Mr. X, as I was going to say, okay, man, I would think they need to have a real conversation, and he needs to make her have an understanding of how secure they are or how secure he is in this relationship, and make her get on the same page with him. Not make her, but, help you get on the same page with him, because there's no reason that you would ever want to know something that an ex have to say. Why? Number one, as a woman who is the ex-wife of someone, when my ex-husband's person contacted me after she had experienced some of the stuff that I had went through with him, and she saw on social media, she found out who I was really, I guess, because Shavina and Bklyn Shay are two different people, I guess. So
yes,
she wasn't really sure what was happening. And she saw how much I did for the community and how I invested in all this other type of stuff. So she was like, there's no way in hell you could be the same person that he made you out to be. Okay. If this is what you're doing in the community. She said, and I believed him until I saw him jump on a car and bust my glass out. Okay. So I said, okay, well, I'm sorry that happened to you. But I'm not, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like that was real though. But she wanted to know, was he like this with you? That's what she asked me.
I think what ended up happening was the ex and him are cool.
Mm-hmm. You already know how this go.
I just remembered that. The ex and him are cool.
That's
like
what she said.
That's a point that was made. He kind of like slid that in there. So it might even be a little level. He said
they are on good terms. Okay, being on good terms, it just means you're on good terms.
You know how you go on a job interview and you got to write your resume?
Right. Would you put that person down as a reference? He seeming like he would put her down as a reference.
I don't think he wants to put her down as a reference, and it's not because of anything he did bad. I think now, just like it just popped in my head, she's like, "Wait, they're on good terms. Who are you? How many exes you're on good terms?
I'm on good terms. Listen,
it's like
my ex-husband and I we don't see eye to eye. However, if he was starving, I would still feed him. Okay,
you have children.
So we have children together.
See,
there is a difference. Exactly. However. The people, even the people that I'm ex with that have done me, did me so dirty, I would never, just because of the type of person that I am, my heart will not allow. Exactly. Right. I'm not going to see somebody out like that. But
so my thing is, she might have a little level of insecurity.
Yes.
Because if they are actually cool, she wants to make sure.
Yes.
Like, well, why did y'all break up if y'all so cool? If y'all so on good terms.
And the key word is what he used, what you utilized was we broke up on mutual terms. Mutual.
Now, in one aspect, that sounds mature to me.
Very mature. Very mature.
We're two different vibes. We're cool. We have a couple pluses, but we got a lot more negatives.
Exactly. And sometimes that happens when you just don't see your value system or whatever you have in life just don't add up. You know what I mean? Like for me, certain things are a deal breaker for me and I just won't go there. You know, I can't continue. Once I learn something and if somebody showed me who they are, I tend to really truly believe them, you know? So I may give them more chances than not. You only get 3 really.
Right.
And then that's it. You know, for me, I'm gonna check out and I'm gonna do it in a mature way. For the most part, I will, and I consider just not talking to you no more. Period. Okay? Especially if you cause some type of chaos on that. It's just some like
trauma.
Yeah. Goodbye. So I think Mr. X to the next. Whoo boy. Your hands are full.
Here's what I would suggest, and this would be my final answer on the thing.
Yes.
If you are comfortable, let them talk.
Facts.
And
why gotta be if he's comfortable?
No, when I say comfortable, meaning if you see, I don't want my ex and my current girl being friends.
Why?
Because then that means my ex has to be around,
and she has access to you. Can we talk? We gonna talk about access? Can we talk about people having access to you? Like, yeah. I'm with this whole, like, and this ties into this because this is definitely on the verge of that. So, one of my friends from my childhood neighborhood posted something on Instagram that said he would give $200 to any nigga that, you know, male or female, right, that was not currently sleeping, or just in general, he just said, was not sleeping with their baby mothers or baby father. And I said,
he said sleeping because of what I saw.
You know what it said.
If you were cool,
it was not cool.
With your baby mama.
It was not cool. It was not cool. It was you sleeping, banging, having sexual privileges with. He said, if you're not, you know, he basically just want to know. Okay, is there anybody out there that's
he
currently
$200?
right? He needs
technically,
to.
I can't say that because an ex-wife is not a baby mama. That's
Correct.
A different
The
level.
BMs. We talking about the baby mamas. Okay. Even though I don't even like that term, mother of your children. Okay, or father of your children. All right. That's the way we mature.
You planted
the person.
A seed in.
Right. And my whole thing is where it ties into this whole concept of what he's talking about that communication. I think when people have too much access to your person, that's when the levels of insecurity. So no matter how secure you are in a relationship, if that other woman is able to drive your man's car.
Wait a
minute. Listen, this is
whoa.
Some shit done gone down. Okay, it's able to play some form or facet, have access to your ex's or your current person, not your ex's.
That sounds like
it's
yes.
Money, right?
Whoa,
right?
Where are you
Listen,
going?
I'm trying to tell you the things that I've heard. Somebody got access to your money still? That's your ex?
No.
No, right? I ain't think so. Cause there's no reason unless they the ex-wife and y'all have a shared joint account that's still active for your child. Okay, you know what I mean? Because sometimes people keep that open. Say no. You hear that? Say no.
Bank
this
account.
off. Say no.
That's fine.
That's okay that went off. Okay.
I'll turn it back on and say.
It ends up being a child bank account, but you understand what I'm saying? When someone, and going back to this whole exes to the next, when someone has that much access to you, problems start. You feel me? Problems. So you leaving yourself open for the okie doke. Okay? So have that conversation with your girl. Help her be secure in herself and knowing that it's just you and her rocking, and move on, Mr. X to the next, and rock out. And probably don't, revisit too many conversations with your ex, because I think that's where it's stemming from, personally.
Nah, that like what you just described is some nonsense.
Thank you.
I don't even know how that is possible.
Because people are fallible. That's how it's possible. And people like to see how much they can push the envelope sometimes.
How does an ex that you were not married to have access to your bank account?
Right.
Your car.
Any of that. And I don't know if you're just the nicest person or the dumbest person in the world, but grow the fuck up and get some balls about you.
Did you do that person dirty and you owe them, and whatever you did caused them to become homeless? And they be like, what the hell? Like, help.
It's too much.
Make me understand.
Help me. I know. That's what I said. Help me understand this one. Too much access means problems. Having too much. Would you agree?
Would you just blew my mind.
I bet you I did. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, there we go. All right. You up.
All right. This is interesting.
Very.
And initially reading this, let me just read the question.
Please do.
I am thinking about getting work done on my body. My homegirl said I don't need work, but none of them are single. Whew. They say most men don't care. I said, well, if they don't care, why do all the IG model girls get more attention than the regular Facebook girls? Miss, get this work.
I'm just gonna pick with this hair right.
Let me
Oh.
Wow.
Right. We just
now initially when I read it and saw it, I'm like, all right, this is some insecurity issues. However, I had to broaden my perspective on it and understand that this is the common trend in this society these days.
Correct.
A lot more women are getting their bodies done. Mm-hmm. Some are very upfront and admit it. Mm-hmm. Others, not so much. Mm-hmm. And they tend to, deceive people some of these IG models. I
Correct.
think we talked about one not
Yeah,
too
we
long
did.
ago,
Mm-hmm.
whose body ended up dealing with some issues.
Yes, explosions galore.
We
So,
know we've heard the K Michelle story,
yes, we have.
and I don't know why she did that.
I know
Because
she's
she was
so
beautiful.
so beautiful, just like Little Kim. I don't even
We're
know.
not even talking about.
We're not
Little
even
Kim.
gonna go there. We're never gonna go there. I'm
I
so hurt
can't-
by that. I'm so hurt by it. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But get into this. Miss, get this work.
I do feel that the media on Little Kim actually does her extra dirty purposely for that. Because she don't look like that in person. It's a little different than what we remember, but it ain't like they be going to extreme on the internet with Lil Kim.
Listen here. No matter what it is, okay, I just pray for people when they do that much, changing. But
what I'm gonna do
for
this
one,
Miss Get This Work is I'm going to explain to her from my perspective
of a male. Thank you.
the difference of attraction, right? These IG girls, right? Men are visually stimulated naturally. That's just where we are. We're attracted to curves. We're attracted to proportion. We're attracted to, voluptuousness, thickness, shape, whatever. But we don't fall in love with what we see. When I say that, when we grow up and we mature and we get past, the physicality, and we actually have to deal with the person that this body has and holds inside them, we realize the grass was not as green as we would like it to be in some cases.
End scene.
Nah, I'm serious.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that we over time in maturity and understanding and experience learn. All right, that like the ride was cool. But I'm not going back to that amusement part.
Hello. Okay. Good job. All right. So.
But I'm gonna sum it up right.
Sum it up.
All right. If Melissa Ford came to this room right now and told me she wanted me and wanted to be with me, I'd be all gun ho, ready to go.
Okay.
This Melissa Ford. If it was back in the days and the reputation that she had as far as her personality being very strong and a little selfish, that was a rumor. I'm just saying.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't know her personally. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Not so much.
We're not getting married. We might have a little fun.
Right. So what she appears to be looking for is, this conversational piece of whether or not all this stuff matters in terms of attention. So people can get attention just from pictures, from posts.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be 100% honest. Looks and appearance do matter to men. But the thing that we get and understand as we deal and grow older and more mature is
looks will fade.
That's one. But looks do not talk.
Right.
Looks do not interact with you. Looks do not give you personality and conversation.
Facts. Looks are looking for sugar daddy.
See, now
looks are looking for
here you go.
That
here
bag.
See,
looks
when
are
you
looking
talk about
for
dudes with money.
Listen here.
And they always seem to get the pretty girls.
It's because they spinning some major bread more than not.
It is a business arrangement.
Oh yeah, it has. Have you had a business arrangement before?
No.
Okay.
I'm getting to the point where I might though. But
you better not ever. Don't even. Don't even.
Listen,
you are too good of a person for that. No.
Let me break down what these business arrangements actually are. There are some that are real shady.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are some that are actually really like specific.
Okay.
It's almost like a prenuptial agreement. Matter of fact, listen.
I'm listening to you, but if Maine show up here with a business arrangement, she gonna get my size 7.5 in her back. Okay, get your whole life together.
But you gotta understand. Here's the difference between those sugar daddies and there are actually wealthy men
mm-hmm.
that will go to a woman,
mm-hmm.
present a lifestyle
mm-hmm.
agreement,
mm-hmm.
state their needs for this person,
okay,
and say, I want you to be my wife or my girlfriend or my, domestic partner.
Where's the camera at? Which one am I looking at?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. This one right here?
Look at that one.
Look at my face. You see this face? Maine.
You have to Google this.
I saw it before. And it started with that. How old was he? 110?
No.
Anna, whatever her name
that's
is.
not even what I'm talking about.
What was her name?
Anna Nicole Smith. That's a little bit.
That was a business arrangement. But that was a business arrangement. Would you agree?
That
was one level.
That's one level.
Stop playing with me.
About, though.
And then you have definitely the sugar daddies who love to do that type of behavior to young,
there's a bad
impressionable girls
when it comes to rich men and pretty women.
Mm.
But not all of them are. Like, some women actually think it out, listen to the conversation, then they give their rebuttals of what they want out of the situation, and then eventually they do kind of end up loving each other in their own way.
Grow in love. So you want to grow in love with somebody?
No. It's not necessarily like they're not the romantic love,
mm-hmm.
but they have a love for each other because they have
a business arrangement.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we watch freaking Tyler Perry's The Oval, right? You see that with the president and his wife, how they act?
Right.
Now they're miserable.
Correct.
That's one version.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll have somebody that's like, now I'm not saying that they're not romantically and happily married and so forth, but look at somebody like Stephen Curry and Aisha Curry.
Lord.
What does she necessarily have to do?
Just be a supportive wife, and she show up to everything and do what she has to do. Take care of the kids, and
she had her moments online when she was mm-hmm. complaining about wanting to be desired by other people, right?
Mm-hmm. She did. She had a moment.
It is a moment.
She had a moment.
But what happens when that moment of reflection comes into play and you realize the position that you're in?
Right. Is a lucrative one. I mean, they do have love for each other.
Now, I'm only using their present situation because
mm-hmm.
obviously they met before he was
correct, famous.
Yeah, and they both come from well-to-do families anyway.
Correct. So
you know what I mean. NBA family and Aisha Curry's. Exactly. I know her family was pretty well off.
So
and they
can
met
we
in college.
Just understand get this work, okay? Because everything this ties into it with the whole body this and body goals and people wanting to be, whichever. I get it, okay? I have a complex, on so many levels in terms of my body and how much weight I put on from school and doing all this 50 jobs and stuff like that. So you said what?
Still got an hourglass.
I appreciate that. But I've gained a lot of weight from when I first came on the scene, okay? And at first it bothered me. But now it does not because I don't give two shits. So I'm like, either you're going to love this faux pas or you're not. And that's just the bottom line. When I decide to put the work in to get it off, that's going to be my thing that I want to do for myself. Not for nobody else. Not because I want to claim somebody or have people look at me in that way or whatever. Hell to the no.
But you do understand most men are attracted to women like you in comparison to a skinny mini.
No, I really don't know that. But thank you for shedding light on it. Okay. But for this young lady who's speaking in terms of doing whatever she want to do to her body,
I don't know
do
what
it.
she
Be
look
if
like.
do it for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Even if
Yes.
do it for yourself. It's like when you do it for yourself, it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Because trust me, if I could get a 2-for-1 special to take care of some of the things that I need to take care of without going to the gym, I would. I'm gonna be completely honest, because it's just something. I don't have certain time in the day for certain things. And in order for things to happen quickly for me, if I put myself out there and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take a month off from work and I'm going to go and I'm going to get all this stuff done to myself that I might want to do, right? You know, I have to have the time to do that, you know? And if you saying that you want to do this for you because you're single, then you should do it for yourself and not for nobody else. However many likes you're going to get on social media and all this other type of bull crap, because those numbers and all that stuff, null and void. Somebody else going to come and knock you off the box and they're going to get attention too.
You know what it is? It's not just men. It's women too. Women put that pressure on everybody. Like, you know, we got these waist trainers. Mm-hmm. We got all these different things that women say, this makes you look good, Spanx and all these different things.
Spanx work. So shout out to the Spanx.
Shout out to the recent societal change in actually accepting natural photographs.
Thank you. Hello.
Now, I'm a photographer and I'm very skilled in Photoshop.
Right.
I do have had some moments where I had to argue with some clients about, like, you know, I don't want to make you look fake.
Plastic. Mm-hmm. And airbrushed out. Right. I know.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, yes, all right, I'll get rid of the stretch marks, but you're still going to have skin's texture.
Yeah. They
Some of them don't want that.
Mm-mm.
They want to look airbrushed, like Snapchat filter.
Yeah. Not going to help. I know I had shout out to I Himself. This is what he did. We did a show with his mom called Evolution of a Woman. That was part 2. But it was either way, it was one of the ones where it was Let Me Smoke You. Okay. This was the one that we did. Ironic. Listen, for I Himself. He was the host of that one. Now, prior, we took Let Me, Smoke You type pictures and stuff like that. Very sexy pictures or whatever. And I actually loved the picture that I took. But because at that particular time, we was dancing, practicing, working out. You know, I definitely was a little bit smaller. Not too much smaller, but I was definitely a little bit smaller. And I had got a belt that was bigger than what I thought, you know what I mean? So I couldn't like make it tighter or anything like that. We was in the spot getting ready to take these pictures. So he really good with, his carbon print and all this other type of stuff. So he photoshops my picture. Now, mind you, as Maine stated, if I was to stand up, I do have assets. So the picture was perfectly fine. This man went in and gave me even bigger hips. Okay. Plus my waist was snatched in because I was complaining about the belt being too big. He snatched my waist in and everything, but it's not done where it looks crazy and it looks fake. It looks like it's really how my body is shaped. And I was like, I put the pictures together and I said, so now, if I didn't know no better, I was like, I said, now I know that all this technology is out here and exists, that you could do all this snatching of people's waists and doing other stuff.
Photoshops, there are literally Instagram apps designed to do that.
That's great. That's too much.
There are apps where
too much.
Men can actually change their little keg, bare belly gut to a 6-pack. Like, it's that bad.
That's
like,
insane.
There are apps that literally they create this unreachable standard of beauty for everybody.
Wow.
And everybody goes after and chase it.
That's deep.
I get it. Mm-hmm. Because if you haven't grown within yourself to be prideful of yourself, mm-hmm. and you're always chasing after a mark that seems unattainable, that's what you end up dealing with.
Yeah, true story. But honey, listen, Miss Get This Work, do your thing, okay? And if you want to do it for yourself, do it for yourself. Maine said some real good points. I appreciate that stuff. You know what I mean? Because it is, at some point, you do feel not inadequate, but you do feel like there's some type of measure, you know, and that measure more than not is this ideology that you have to have this perfect body. Nobody on the face of this earth has a perfect body. Okay.
At the end of the day, you want to find somebody that actually loves you for who you actually
Come on
are.
now. Come on now.
That
Where's the clap?
That seems like a that seems like a fairy tale, but it's not.
It exists.
There are people like I know most of us know somebody or some people that have been together for over 40, 50 years.
Yes, true story.
Grandma, grandpa, great grandma, nana, whatever you want to call them,
those
papa.
Amazing relationships, yes.
And they love each other. My parents have been together 40 something years.
That is beautiful. That's beautiful. When the anniversary?
In June. Is it passed recently?
June. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They've been together, since I've been alive.
Wow.
I'm 42.
Okay.
So it happens.
It exists. That gives me hope.
My mother has not worked in about 20 years.
Wow.
Hasn't had to.
Tell your mother I'm coming to get some lessons. All right. She don't know me yet, but listen here. Okay. I'm coming. We gonna talk because I need you to give me some lessons on how to make this happen in life.
Homeboys, my bros, the Murdochs, their parents just celebrated their 40th anniversary, I think.
I know that's right. That's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
They've had some interesting situations throughout, but they've been solid.
That's with that foundation, years. And I've heard that in terms of just setting that foundation, and it's beautiful. It's unshakable. You know, you just want that person in your life that you can build with, have an empire, and y'all solid. That's what's up. All right, so
topics
and trends.
What are we gonna talk about?
We're talking about
one topic for the day.
The election. Let's go. Trump, get your ass out. Get out. Goodbye. You're not going to be missed, Mr. Orange Pill.
Oh man,
I'm so happy. In regards to
they were lit in New York.
Listen,
they were lit in Albany. They were lit in Atlanta. They were lit in DC. They were literally in front of DC.
Listen,
playing Suede the Remix God version of You're Gonna Lose Your Job.
Listen here. I was like, okay, it's finally over. But then I said to myself, you know who we dealing with. Is it really over?
It's not over.
It's not over.
The January inauguration occurs and happens.
Exactly.
However, by the election standards,
yes, he has lost.
And the election officials,
he has lost. Where's it
lost.
Where's it at? Hold on a minute.
He knew he lost, which is why he was trying so hard, even before the election season started, to kill the mail-in vote.
It was insane. He did too much.
Because
too much.
He knew, and everybody else knew, most Democrats were going to vote through mail-in votes.
Correct. And
there's still a couple states that haven't been tallied yet, or haven't announced their full tally yet.
And they didn't have to go too far or do too much with that. But
New York City alone, population can actually match a few states that were in the Midwest that voted for him.
And that's real. So
New York State.
What is his name? Hold on.
Oh, Michael Rappaport. Oh my gosh.
This is insane. This is
daughters, your two fucking baboon, dumb fucking sons, they won't tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you why you lost. The reason why you lost is because you're a cocksucker. Okay? You're a cocksucker. All right? You're
Listen.
a lying,
It's sad.
conniving,
This is the type of anger and hate that he
cocksucker,
created.
all right?
Right.
That's why you fucking lost. You made people that never would have voted
Listen.
for Democrats vote against you. Because you're a cocksucker. You're a miserable piece of shit.
Yo. Please let me say.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you caught the Dave Chappelle's Saturday Night Live monologue.
No, I did
Right.
not.
It was hilarious, intelligently hilarious, as he's been doing, these past couple years.
He definitely
One
has.
of the things he said that I can appreciate and I understand his perspective on it, he was like, yes, we won, but in winning, we have to exercise some humility
Exactly.
regardless.
True story. I say that.
Because there is still half a country
Right. That's about to go down. I'm
that voted and
listen.
supported for him.
True. So it's like you can exercise that and we could take the higher road, or we want to take the higher road. But in the moment, in the now, for people who have been just ostracized by this person, let me tell you something. I have not
He's a
watched him.
polarizing
And he's a businessman. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what he's been this whole time. Just playing that business card. Okay. And I have not ever watched him on TV. I have not, this whole 4 years, I have not called him the number 45. That's probably about the much you're going to get from me. But it's like you just happy that the person will be leaving. And that's how I feel about it. When I saw that, I was like,
what I want people
wow.
to realize,
Wow.
and I'm gonna put the camera on me. What I want people to realize, he is leaving the White House. He is not going anywhere.
Well, hold
Here's
that
the
thought.
other. Hold on.
No, go ahead.
Well,
you got more.
we do have an issue that
Go
he may
ahead.
have to deal with. Shout out
I was
to
about to
a
say.
beautiful black woman in office
Listen.
right now. Attorney General of New York State.
Okay.
Letitia, what's her last name?
Listen.
I don't remember her last name. I think it's Wright. No, Letitia Wright.
I don't know. I think so. But
Right.
either way,
Well,
correct us. Sorry
I'll
if we're
correct it.
wrong. Yeah.
But he's not gonna go away, and he still is eligible to run for office in 2024.
Right. Right.
So, be celebratory that he has lost this particular election.
Absolutely.
But understand the work is not done. It's not over.
Of course not. The work is not ever done when there's just still so many disadvantages, and we are still dealing with racism and stuff like that in this country. Like it's not over, but there's still a moment, just like with Barack won, to celebrate. Okay, that there was something that happened that shifted the movement in this country, where people actually got out and voted appropriately, no matter what. Okay,
Well,
we in the middle of a pandemic and people were out there in lines.
This is why Trump lost. He alienated everybody that was not a white supremacist.
Right.
You cannot win in this country by doing that.
No.
There are not enough white supremacists to get the majority vote.
Right.
Most of them have already died. They've old. They gotten old and died.
Right.
A lot of them got COVID.
But you
because
do
they
have this
refused
new
to wear
wave
masks.
that's going on. Like everybody was out here talking about, like we talking about the election. So let's give the serious side of it too as well, right? About, being safe and don't get comfortable. And that's ultimately what you're saying is like, don't get comfortable and don't get it twisted. You gotta make sure to stay alert, because now you just fueled a whole nother part. Okay. And we do know this.
He made it okay for racists to come back outside.
Absolutely.
In a way that is similar to a Bull Connor of the civil rights era.
Right.
You know what I mean? And one thing that a lot of people miss and don't pay attention to is those people that voted and supported. Oh, that's the point I was going to make. Jumbling my thoughts. white women
Mm-hmm.
were the bulk of his votes.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say about black women and their sons?
Right.
How they
Right.
do, no matter what, they're going to protect and so.
Absolutely.
The same kind of exists for white women too.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The stereotype is most serial killers are white. Most of their serial killers' mothers love their
Right.
sons.
Sure do.
So no matter how narcissist he
Yeah.
was and how much he talked bad about him, how he was going
Right.
to grab him by the pussy,
No matter what.
how many times he cheated on his wife.
Mm-mm.
That's another thing. Everybody feeling sorry for Milana. I don't feel sorry for Milana.
I don't feel. She knew exactly who she, now that's the business arrangement that you got.
Understand my point. That I was gonna actually bring that up earlier, but I was like, I'll wait till the
Wait till we
election.
got here. Yeah, that's the business arrangement for sure. For sure. Yeah.
They allegedly have a contract. The reason why she could not divorce him, because if she does, her alimony or whatever money she was supposed to get
Mm-hmm.
gets sliced 75%.
Ridiculously.
But if she makes it past this certain mark and
Mm-hmm.
holds out while he's in office, it goes up exponentially to a higher number.
Lord.
But my question is, how is she getting all this money that he actually really doesn't have?
Exactly. Inquiring minds would like to know.
That she got put on blast by a few, like even one of her, what she thought was her friends that did the book on her,
That told
and
it all.
started putting her, like their phone
my
conversations in public. I'm like, yeah, she's
That's
just
deep.
as bad as Trump.
Yeah. Deep. I'm telling you. And it exists. All right. So, in short, the election, Trump lost. All right. Biden's in there making it happen, or will be making it happen. And we, as they said, don't care if he stutter, if he do this, if he do that. Oh, Lord. Barack, we miss you. Okay. That's all I'm going to say.
Yo, I was getting so annoyed
With.
because there are some oppositional defiant black men that have oppositional defiant behaviors that were posting negatively about Barack, talking about he didn't do nothing for us either. Idiots.
Right. Right.
If you pay attention beyond that one Google conspiracy link that you look up,
Exactly.
you would have realized that Mitch McConnell and the Republicans
Come on now.
promised
Come on now.
Barack would not have anything that he wanted
Listen.
passed through them.
Listen. And he did what? Say that. Pass.
Anything that Barack got done,
That healthcare. Come on now.
he waited until they were out of session and he used executive order
Sure
to make
did.
them things happen.
Sure
And
did.
why was he able to do that? Because he's a Harvard law grad.
Exactly.
He knows the law.
Hello. Okay. I don't
He
care
might
what
actually
nobody
have
said.
been the last actual qualified person
Thank you. Thank
to be
you.
president.
Thank you, man. Say that again. Because I'm like, I'm sorry.
Let's look back at
Why
all of
y'all
our
keep
presidents.
on saying that he hasn't done anything? Are y'all insane? Okay. And if you think he didn't do something, Michelle sure the hell did. Hello?
See, here's the thing. Michelle got a lot of flack because she took all the sugars and sodas
away.
and junk food machines
Out of the
schools and
Yeah.
made them actually exercise again.
And healthy. And this is why you have all these vegans and all this whole nother market that is $1 billion industry because of her.
They vilified her, and when I say they, I'm talking about those conservatives and Republicans who feel that government should not be that involved in people's lives.
Right. But they have always been.
The fundamental beliefs of most Republicans outside of the whole Trump and white supremacist thing
Yeah.
is they don't want government involved. They don't want government having to pay for things and spending money on taxes and being overtaxed and all this good stuff.
Too much.
However, what they don't realize, and what I have seen and read, is all the things that they want to do cost money.
Of course.
But they don't want to pay for it because most of them are of some kind of wealth. So who gets the brunt of that cause?
Of course. None other than, say it again,
middle class Democrats that happen to be non-white.
The working poor.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah. Classifiers. And there we go. All right.
But this is Dear Love and Lust.
Yes, it is. We got into politics.
But I had to talk about it.
You had to.
It was compelling.
It was present. And it's about lust anyway.
The other thing I was going to bring up about that, there actually was, ironically enough, an interracial couple that had a feature on like MSNBC or one of those.
When? Now?
Yeah. Because she was Biden-Harris supporter and he was Trump supporter.
Lord.
She was black. He was white. Their article was about how that strengthened their relationship.
Interesting. Say less. Let's get into it. So, because they're adults and they learned how to communicate effectively and understand that there are different point of views in the world, and you don't have to agree with everything that your partner agrees with. You can be an individual and be able to have your own mental model about certain things. So,
here's my take on it, and that's not even reading the full article. One person makes the money.
Oh, God.
One person takes care of home. And
Right.
it might not be the traditional way that we think about it.
Exactly. Might not, but, I'm here for it all.
Business arrangements.
Business and then some. Okay? This
So,
is my child. What is he doing? Okay, good job.
We at our hour.
We are. Go for it.
So
all
this
right, in conclusion.
Take it away.
For it. No.
I like your voice better. Go ahead.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay. So this concludes the 4th episode of Dear Love and Lust podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media, especially on MaineEventLive.com, our Facebook page, and on our YouTube. Also, make sure that you go to the Maine Event Live website and check out all the merch and apparel online store and order your Dear Love and Lust t-shirts or hoodies.
I will be updating the merchandise.
Come on now. It looks good up there. I like that, Brother Love, over there. All right. Apparel online store. You make sure that you get the hoodie. I like the hoodie, first off. Okay. So please get that.
I gotta put the Dear Love and Lust hoodie up there. I haven't done it yet. It's coming though.
It's coming. Then you can follow me, Bklyn Shay, on all social media as well.
Yes.
You could check out my movement, Her Temple Monologues, all right, and all our upcoming ventures that we have. We actually will be hopefully kicking off real soon, all right, the vibration. All right. So, and that's going to be
talk about them vibrations.
Yes, we are. We're going to talk about that. So that's always a really great look. And then some. Has nothing to do with the bullet. It's really going to be something impactful in the 518 and surrounding areas and stuff like that.
Toys, huh?
Nothing to do with toys. Okay. We might touch on it some here and there, but no. It's all about the vibration that we have between people. And it's all about energies, man. You know that? So it's about just like you and I. We have good chemistry, good energy and stuff like that. We vibe. Our vibration is on point. So there we go. All right. So finally, if you have any love and sex and relationship questions, you can email us at dearloveandlust@gmail.com. Again, dearloveandlust@gmail.com. And we'll respond to them. Yes, we will. And until then, the next episode, baby, make sure that you tune in and vibe out with us on Love and Lust. Peace.